In the car from America's greatest auto thrill show. We'll talk to a woman who is in a league of her own, Maine Baseball Hall of Famer Maxine Drinkwater Simmons. We'll ride out to Monhegan on the Laura B. And we'll celebrate the 100th anniversary of one of history's great peace treaties. Join us now for Bill Green's Maine.
Welcome again to Bill Green's Maine. Well, summer's almost gone, but late summer and early fall brings lots to do, including the agricultural fairs. And one of the acts that always comes with the fairs is the Automobile Thrill Show. And the biggest show now running is run by a native of Windsor, Maine. Her name is Toby Thibodeau, and we caught up with Toby as she brought the Imperial Thrill Show to her hometown of Windsor.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to your 2005 Windsor Fair.
The Imperial Hell Drivers have played in 43 states, all the Canadian provinces, and 41 foreign countries. The show is owned by a clown. Toby Thibodeau is a 20-year thrill show veteran, and she runs this show from on the track.
When I was small, I always got into motorcycles, snowmobiles, anything that was fast, cars. I always liked doing crazy stuff when I was a kid.
Here comes a flying...
There is some real danger here. 11 years ago, Toby lost the lower part of her left arm in a motorcycle show accident. She still runs the show from the track, performing as a clown.
What have you got there?
I got a car.
This is literally a family show. Toby's husband is Paul Riddell, and two of their children are among the drivers. 18-year-old son Derrick specializes in rolling automobiles. Mom makes the decision on how long the show goes on.
Go, Derrick.
Hey, that's the seatbelt's not holding them in. I said the seatbelt.
You're done, go park in front. Do what I say.
When the seatbelt goes, so goes the driver. So he's going to climb out of it, and you can pay him off right now for a couple of excellent wheel-to-wheel rolls tonight. Ashley has her daddy driving for her.
Enter 15-year-old Ashley Riddell riding on the roof of that Mustang. Toby likes the fact that she was able to teach the kids the business.
I'm instructing them how to do things, and you know, I keep a watch on their speeds, and as you notice that I'm pretty strict with them too.
The show lasts a little more than an hour. Toby's husband Paul told me the precision driving is the easiest. As the night rolls on, things get tougher.
What do you look for when you hire a driver? I look for a kid that's never driven before. I don't want a kid that was a stock car driver or anything. I don't want anybody with bad habits. We want to teach them our way.
So I'm eligible?
Sure. Sure, we'd love to have you along. You're a lot of fun to be with.
Bill Green is riding with Paul in this
With that, I was off, riding along down the track at 65 to 70 miles an hour, over the bumps with another Mustang just feet or hundreds of seconds away. For these guys, it's all in a day's work.
It's a wonderful way to live. People think I'm crazy, but I go on the road. I'm on the road anywhere from 13 to 18 weeks in the summer. But I go to a lot of places. I meet a lot of nice people. And places like Windsor, you come back, it's almost like old home week.
The thrill show always brings out a big crowd. They love to watch the great driving, and they also wouldn't mind if things went wrong. One of the fun events is the crash. This one is being performed by Bangor native Jimmy Crash Moreau.
A perfect slam dunk. And he gets up on the side.
At times I get nervous before I do it when I start getting in there, but then when I come down, I have to look and line up on the ramp to make sure I hit the car. Then I got to make sure I'm in a position where I'm not getting bounced around too much.
He's been doing this stuff since the
The Imperial show has played as many as 180 dates a year. As you might imagine, that means there's lots of stories from the road, like the time Paul broke his back. He got sick for 17 days after drinking moonshine, and then tried to put on a show.
And I just, no strength, and I just couldn't get down. And I put my hands up to try to push myself down, and the windshield and the front of the hood came in and got me, and that was in Dean Martin's hometown, Steubenville, Ohio. And they brought me to the hospital in Wheeling, West Virginia.
Maine is a tough state in which to play. Here they're prevented from using fire, which makes tricks like this slide a little less fantastic. It's part of an ever-changing business.
This really used to be a rough and tough business. I mean, the personnel was rough and tough, and no interstate highways. You know, you would drive all night, no sleep, do a show, load it back up and go down the road. And today it's really a breeze.
Still action-packed, still fast and fun. The Imperial Thrill Show packed them in at Windsor. They do the spectacular and make it seem routine, keeping it all in the family.
Souvenirs!
Riding in that show was a thrill. Tony gave me a couple of tips. The biggest one I want to pass along is don't try this stuff at home. Well, when we come back,